I've been into crypto since 2020 in some form or another. Whether I'm mining it or buying it or unsuccessfully trading it, I'm not good at trading. And I've learned a lot of things along the way. These are 10 things I would have done differently if I were to start crypto mining today. Number one is choose a budget and stick to it. At first, I didn't spend enough because I was very wary and unsure of what I was doing and if this was something I would enjoy or actually make money doing. To really get the most out of your time, you need to understand the cost and the time involved at each level of spending. Then over time, I spent too much. Oh, I'll just buy one more GPU, and what a deal on that ASIC. Oh, look, a camera I can put in my car that'll earn me crypto as I drive. Create a budget and stick to it for the most part. $300 RTX 3090 is kind of hard to pass up. Number two, I would do better research on my coin picks. Ethereum was the main mineable coin for the longest time outside of Bitcoin when I got started. After the Ethereum merge and it was no longer mineable, I wish I would have done my homework more on picking coins that I wanted to spec mine at that time or even before it. I spent a lot of time chasing profits. What's most profitable at this time? And I think a lot of us were feeling our way around the dark after the Ethereum merge. I switched over to whatever coins were being talked about at the time, or pumped, or shield, or whatever. Even though it seems like shitcoins pump because shitcoins pump, I mean, that's not wrong. If you aren't actively following those trends, by the time you hear about it, it's too late. I guess what I'm getting at is just don't ride the hype train. Number three, don't be afraid to buy the coin. When I hear things like miners don't buy the coin, fucking bullshit. If I can get a big old bag of crypto by buying or trading for it much faster than if I'm mining it, I'm gonna do that. Even if you're mining a coin. For example, right now I'm mining Caspa with a couple of KS0s. It's because fucking what else are they gonna do? But when Caspa dipped in price, I bought a bunch of it. I believe that it's gonna be worth more in the future. Whether it's because of the project is good or because of hype train, I bought the coin and I'm mining it at the same time. There's nothing wrong with that. Let me jump in here and say, if you've made it this far in the video and you've learned something so far, hit that thumbs up button. It really helps the channel get recommended out to others. Number four, pick a reputable mining pool. And this brings us to the sponsor of today's video, EMCD. EMCD is today's video sponsor. They have a crypto mining pool you can mine multiple different assets on with some pretty cool options that are kind of unique that I haven't seen before. Let's check that out. Mining in a pool is typically more profitable and stable than solo mining. If you're getting into a brand new crypto that just came out, solo mining might be your only choice if you're spec mining. But to have a more consistent and stable payout, you want to pool mine. Things to look for when you're pool mining is going to be low mining fees and reputation. Right now, EMCD is actually running a promo where new users get a significant discount on those mining fees for the first couple of weeks that you use the service. So if you're interested in using EMCD, links are down in the description, but essentially you set up an account and you get started. This is your dashboard. The pretty easy way to get started. You can hit this big connect button right here. We can see there's quite a few different cryptos that we can be mining with. Caspa, Litecoin, ETH Classic, Dogecoin, Fractal Bitcoin, Bells Coin, Dash, Bitcoin Cash, and of course, Classic Bitcoin. Because I've got a couple of KS0 Ultras running right now, let's see how we can set up a Caspa miner using the EMCD pool. Pretty simple. You'll pick your coin that you want to mine, come to wherever the closest stratum or the closest location is for you. Me, I'm in the US. And then the worker name, whatever you create for your account, .worker. We're signed into our miner here. We would just come down to miner settings, put in our pool information. So we can just copy this, come back here, go. I'm in a VM, I can't do that. Son of a biscuit. I'm at this moment using Google Docs. I can just sign in with a temp account, and for wallet.worker, we're gonna put that in here again. And we'll give it a minute to switch pools, come back to our dashboard, see if it shows up under our workers yet. Well, we've got that under Bitcoin, so let's move to Caspa. All right, while we're waiting for that to connect, let's look at the pool interface. Walk around here a little bit. Here we can see what kind of rewards we get. We can get the history of our different payouts from our different cryptos as well. So they have a wallet for you that is within their pool setup that then you would mine to, and and export to go to wherever you want, a cold wallet or an exchange or whatever it might be. And I believe now, as of like a month ago or so, alongside mining Bitcoin, if you're mining, Bitcoin natively or directly, you can earn additional income from fractal Bitcoin on EMCD. Nothing special you need to do, it just starts accumulating for you on the pool side. Pretty cool, nifty little added value there. So you can come over here to your wallets and see the different balance that you have in different wallets. And these aren't just for mineable coin. And they've got their own exchange kind of synced into this so that if you want to exchange things, you can, it's almost like a swap. You can do it all right here. They've got a withdrawal on card, but you do need 2FA and you need to KYC for some of the different features on here, so just keep that in mind. You've got a little profit calculator in your main dashboard, so you can come to Caspa 0.4, 400 gigahash. You're looking at about 80 Caspa per month per machine. I'm wondering if workers are starting to connect now. Let's go to the Caspa. There's our one active worker. It's just starting to spin up, of course, so it'll take a little while to reach that full hash rate. But from here, we can go in and group things. So if we've got a lot of miners and maybe we have them in one location, we can create a group that's all of the miners in a specific location. Or over here, you can look at the different specs, hash rates over time. Let's see. Rewards, no rewards yet because it hasn't done anything. Oh, hey, look, here's our primary dashboard. We've got our hash rate. We've got the current price of Caspa here. We've got our calculator. So if you join the pool and you use my promo code GeekTrade, I'll leave that down in the description in the pinned comment below, you will get a discount off of the mining fees for the first 2 weeks. And they've got this other piece in here called CoinHold, which is interesting. I haven't seen this before. So CoinHold is like a savings account or a savings wallet that allows you to earn extra from storing your crypto on their platform. And depending on what you want to hold, you can earn different interests. Here, if you want to set your Bitcoin to them for essentially a year, you get an 8% return on that Bitcoin that you put in there. If you want to do it for a month, you can get 6%. That could really help cover the cost of the pool fees if you think about it that way. Let's see, you can do this with Bitcoin, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and Ethereum, but also USDT and USDC. Put a minimum of $10 in USDC here, and you could earn 12% back by just locking it up for a year. That's a really good return. Now, I definitely urge you, before you jump into locking up any of your crypto or your assets in any kind of account like this, is to go through and read all of the descriptions and information about it so that you know what to expect before you go into it. Like we always say, do your own research. Don't just listen to a guy talking to you on YouTube. I've used EMCD in the past, and this is a sponsored video, so take that as you will. But if you're interested in any of this, links are down in the description below. Number 5, work on a cooling solution before it's a problem. When I got into crypto mining, I was living in Georgia at the time. It was fucking hot. It was always hot. I started mining with GPUs in the house in a spare bedroom that we had. That quickly got very warm when I got up to, 15 GPUs or so. So I had to figure out something to do with these machines. Ridiculously hot. We couldn't sleep at night, and they're freaking loud, and fans only did so much. I didn't want to leave the door open because we had bears in our neighborhood, and who knows, if I wake up in the morning and open the spare bedroom and there's a bear in there, I don't know what I would do. Actually, I do know what I would do, but I'm not going to talk about that on YouTube. So moving them out to the shed was the solution, but the machines got hot. It took me a very long time to figure out that exhaust is just as important, if not more important, than having airflow on and like big fans on the rigs. You got to get the hot air out of there. Number 6, learning from others and not just YouTubers. I wish I would have joined a community like Misfit Mining sooner, link in the description, so I can talk to other real people, real crypto miners. Not that YouTubers aren't real people, but these people are having some of the same problems that I am. Also, I can help others with issues that I've fixed or resolved. YouTube videos help, but remember, sometimes YouTubers may not have your best interest in mind. I wish I would have gotten into that sooner and learned from other people's mistakes before I made them as well. Number 7, take more profits. Just take profits. There's nothing wrong with getting paid. I wish I would have taken more profits along the way and paid less out of pocket. If I were to start over from scratch now, I would formulate what my power cost is going to be, how much the equipment that I'm going to run is going to run me in power, and then decide if I'm going to pay for half of it out of pocket instead of all of it out of pocket. Either way, I would have taken more profits along the way, especially when coin go up. That's when you sell. I know it's an easy concept to realize, but in functionality, sometimes it's hard to be like, wow, I bought this when it was under a penny and now it's $4. Fucking sell it. Number 8, bought less used equipment. If someone is selling a crypto miner, there's a reason for that. Whether they're selling out to buy newer equipment, they're selling to pay bills, shit happens, sometimes you just gotta sell stuff. Don't get me wrong, hardware arbitrage has been very successful for a lot of people in the past, over and over and over again. And honestly, I believe it will happen again. If I spent $1,000 on 2 ASIC machines that I run for a few months and decided weren't worth running anymore, where could I have spent that $1,000 instead in something else that could have earned me higher yield for longer or better profits within the same time frame? You don't buy hardware in a bull run. Number 9, make a plan and stick to it. I got into crypto mining in 2020 because the government was giving out money, sent home to work from home. I saved a lot on gas. I tried trading stocks, following influencers that seemed to know what they were doing, and all I did was lose money. I've heard about Bitcoin over the years, of course. I didn't really have an idea of what it was, why it was important, until I started really researching it and getting into it and understanding why this is a thing. And I really had no idea about any of these other cryptos out there. I just heard Bitcoin, magic internet money. So to be honest, I'm in it for the money. The tech is great and self-custody is awesome and being your own bank and all that. I want to retire early if I can. And if this helps me get there, I'm gonna cash it all out. Knowing me, I also am gonna buy back in when it crashes again. I don't know, whatever your plan is, if you just want to tinker, learn about the different equipment or different ways to mine crypto, there's nothing wrong with that, if that's your plan. And number 10, be realistic. If I could go back in time and tell myself one thing, it would be buy more Bitcoin sooner, of course. But if I had to say one more thing, it would be set realistic expectations. A mini Doge is not gonna get you rich. We joke about eating ramen to pay for power. Don't really do that. Know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Honestly, mining at home probably isn't gonna get you rich, but it's where you start. Most people don't buy $100,000 worth of Bitcoin ASICs and send them all to a hosting facility on day one. People that do that either have fuck you money or have a plan and have done their research and willing to take that risk. What lessons have you learned that I didn't mention? Leave them in the comments down below. And if this is the kind of video that you like watching, consider subscribing for more like it. And of course, thanks for watching.